I was born here in Phoenix. My family grew up here. And I've had the opportunity to watch this valley change for most of my life, sometimes dramatically. When I was young, none of us could have imagined the Phoenix metropolitan area we have today. And I'm pretty sure we can't fully imagine the Phoenix our grandchildren are going to inherit either. That's what makes some of the decisions we're making right now so interesting. Advanced water purification is one of them. I'm Raymond U. Acuna, and this is the Public Works Edge. There's a lot we could talk about with this project. The treatment technology, the membranes, the regulations, the construction, all of that matters. But after spending most of my career around public infrastructure, I look at it a little differently. I don't think the facility is really the decision. The bigger decision is, can we build something today that Phoenix can reliably operate, maintain, afford, and adapt for the next 40 or 50 years? Because building it is only the beginning. That's true with water. It's true with roads, storm drains, bridges. Almost everything we build in public works, eventually somebody has to own it. And that's where these projects get interesting. Think about what actually has to work every day. You need power, operators, pumps, chemicals, instrumentation, control systems, laboratory testing, maintenance people, replacement parts, regulatory oversight, emergency procedures, and people who understand how all of those pieces fit together. That's why one of my favorite questions on a major infrastructure project is a very simple one. What can stop this system from doing its job? Because sometimes the smallest dependency controls the largest investment. That's something you learn after you've been around infrastructure for a while. The biggest thing on the drawing isn't always the thing that worries you the most. We also tend to spend a lot of time talking about what something costs to build. And we should. It's public money. But construction cost is only part of the story. Once Phoenix builds a facility like this, somebody has to operate it, then maintain it, then rehabilitate it, then modernize it, and eventually replace major parts of it. That's the commitment. So I think the better question is, what does this cost to own well? Not just next year, for decades, because our grandchildren may still be paying for it. They'll be depending on infrastructure we're designing today. Technology will absolutely help. Artificial intelligence will help. We can use it to analyze information, look for patterns, monitor performance, find anomalies, preserve institutional knowledge, and help people make better decisions faster. I think we should use every good tool available to us. But somebody still has to be responsible. Somebody has to know when something doesn't look right. Somebody needs the authority to say stop, and somebody has to answer for the decision. That's especially important when we're talking about drinking water. AI can help, technology can help, but professional responsibility stays with people. And this is where I think the Phoenix story becomes more interesting. Phoenix isn't waiting until there is only one option left. It's building options. That's different. Advanced water purification isn't the entire water strategy. It becomes another tool in a much larger system. Surface water, stored water, groundwater recovery, conservation, reuse, treatment, infrastructure, operations, and people. That's what resilience really looks like to me. Not betting everything on one answer. Having enough good answers that when conditions change, you can adjust. And conditions always change. So if you're responsible for a major public works investment, water, or anything else, here are 5 questions I think are worth asking. First, what public outcome are we really protecting? Second, what dependency can stop us? Third, what will this cost to own, not just build? Fourth, who has authority when something goes wrong? And the last one may be the most important. Are we giving the next generation another obligation or another option? I think that's a question worth sitting with. Most people living in Phoenix 20 or 30 years from now probably won't know who made these decisions. They won't know the names of the engineers. Maybe they won't even remember when these facilities were built, and that's okay. That's actually how good public works usually works, if we do this right. Someday, my grandchildren, and yours, will turn on a faucet and clean water will come out. They probably won't stop and think about advanced purification. They won't think about membranes, or pumps, or Colorado River negotiations. They'll just expect the system to work. And maybe that's the point. I've watched Phoenix grow for a long time. And what gives me confidence isn't that we know exactly what the next 50 years will look like. We don't. It's that we're beginning to build more ways to respond to whatever comes. That may turn out to be the most important part of this investment. Not simply another facility, another option, another layer of knowledge, another generation with a little more resilience than the one before it. We may not fully understand the value of that today. Our grandchildren might. That's the public works edge. Build the facility, but more importantly, build the capability around it. Because in public works, reliability isn't one project. It's options, capability, and trust.